Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Joe Ball alongside Chad Ricardo, and this is Hi-Def High School, brought to you by Quality Chiropractic. We're coming to you today from Athletic Republic in District Heights, Maryland for the 2021 return to fall football. And not everybody played last night, Chad, but the Virginia schools got underway and some of the private schools in the DMV area.
So last week we had the opportunity to show you the top teams in the Hi-Def High School DMV Top 25. Today we're going to run through the rest as we show you last night's action.
Last night was crazy. 2021 is letting go reluctantly of 2020. It was all about thunder and lightning last night as big storms came through the DMV. Number 1 Gonzaga did not play their game hosting number 8 Friendship was postponed due to rain. St. John's will host Don Bosco Prep out of New Jersey this afternoon. Kickoff gets underway at 2 p.m. DeMatha plays in New Jersey tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern at Holy Spirit, and number 4 Stonebridge hosted number 12, the Madison Warhawks, in our opening Friday night game of the week. The Stonebridge Bulldogs have dominated Madison over the years. This year, Madison came in fresh off a trip to the state semifinal game in the spring. Madison was hyped and ready to go. On the other side of the ball, though, Stonebridge was all business before kickoff. The game started out like we expected. Madison's linebacking core leaving a mark. Big hit there by Austin Wysocki. But the Stonebridge defense also not giving up much. They get in on Connor Berry here with the sack. Still first half. Jacob Thomas on the jet sweep. 5'8", 155-pound Dylan Hundermark. That puts Stonebridge up 7-0. Second half, later in the game, Jacob Thomas fires into the end zone, and he's got Zeke Wimbush. Stonebridge steady and thorough. They close this one out and get the shutout 20-0 over Madison in week 1. Number 5 Good Counsel will be in New Jersey this afternoon. I'm picking up a theme with the WCAC on the Jersey Shore this weekend. They will be taking on St. Joseph Regional. And number 6 South County having a tough time getting out of the blocks. Part of this weird weekend. Their game against Woodbridge for last night was canceled due to some COVID cases at Woodbridge early in the week. Coach Tynan Rolander and Coach John Kelly up at Quince Orchard set up a matchup that we've been dying to see for a Saturday morning scrimmage. But that also got canceled. That will not happen. So SoCo did not play last night. Number 7, the Wise Pumas get started next week as Maryland gets a later start than Virginia. We'll peek at Maryland a little later in the show. Number 9, Quince Orchard will get underway next weekend as well. Number 10, Rock Creek Christian Academy will play tonight at 7 p.m. at St. Edward in Lakewood, Ohio. Number 13, Georgetown Prep gets underway next week against Pilati. They scrimmaged last night at St. Mary's. Riken, Pilati, Linganore, and Carroll did not play last night. Carroll will play this afternoon. The rest of those guys get started next week, which brings us to a top 25 matchup. Number 18, Broad Run, hosting number 21, Briar Woods. Chad Ricardo was out at that game last night.
Broad Run traveled cross town to take on their rival Briar Woods in what promised to be a big-time matchup. But Mitch Griffiths and the Spartans' offense had other plans. First quarter, Griffiths connects with Arnav Thornhill, who does the rest. 61 yards for the touchdown, and that would be a sign of things to come. Griffiths wasted no time putting his name in the Student Athlete of the Year category, dropping dimes like this 37-yarder to Isaiah Lamont. The Spartans' defense also came to play. Senior linebacker Nick Levy on the big hit, and Broad Run took a 20-0 lead into the half, much to the liking of their fans. New half, same story. Aislinn Shipe gonna take this one 76 yards, and that offensive line led by 5-star commit Alex Birchmeyer was dominant.
We're really close with each other. We all trust each other, and I think that's a huge thing, getting good pushes on the goal line, having great pass pro.
They kept Griffiths clean all night, allowing the Wake Forest commit to throw for 3 touchdowns and to run for another.
I thought I played well. I thought the offense was a tank, but all my credit goes to the offensive line. All my credit goes to my wideouts. I'm not gonna say I played a bad game, but without my line, I'm getting sacked. Without my wideouts making great plays, Arnav Thornhill, Isaiah Lamont, Jack Davis going up and getting balls, and then my offensive line did absolutely phenomenal.
Broad Run knocks off Briar Woods by a final score of 40-6.
Not everybody got started playing last night, but it is time to start talking about Maryland football, and no better place to start than with the defending 3A champions, the Damascus Swarmin' Hornets.
Joe Ball, I love talking about the Damascus Swarmin' Hornets. Reason being, when you speak to powerhouse programs, you talk about a school like Damascus. Over the span of the last few years, they had a locker room incident that put a bit of a black cloud over that program, and head coach Eric Wallach has taken a step back. That leaves many within the state of Maryland wondering if the Damascus Hornets have the same sting.
It's a community that loves football and expects to win, and that's the same standards that we have for ourselves as coaches and players.
Friday night, Josh Klotz will embark upon his first full season as head coach of perennial powerhouse Damascus. And make no mistake about it, he's well aware of the expectations that come with the job.
No, it's Damascus football, and yeah, you walk inside the hallways here and you see, Thomas and McCosey, and I'm friends with Eric Wallach and see him here every day. People will use the word pressure, and I just used it, but it's really the expectation.
Although the Hornets standard is in place, this is an entirely new swarm of bees.
There's not a single kid on that field who started for the state championship in 2019. Not a single varsity coach who's here on the field for the state championship in 2019.
In addition to the challenges on the field, the program is looking to learn and ultimately move on from the alleged 2018 locker room sexual assault.
I think there were some lessons learned. I know the coaching staff before, and they're really good men with their hearts in the right place. That's in the past, and everybody's ready to move forward.
The Damascus Swarmin' Hornets may not start the names you're accustomed to.
Yeah, we don't have those big names yet, but we've got some really talented players and guys that just, to go along with that talent, just incredible work ethic and incredible love for the game.
And through that work in the spring, Coach Klotz believes this team has what it takes to maintain that standard.
They're winners. They hate losing, and they know how to win.
That opens the door to the question, though. If Damascus is taking a step back or falling down a little bit, who else is in line for that 3A crown?
When you start talking about this 3A crown, Joe Ball, I believe that you have to speak about North Point. This is a squad out there in Southern Maryland who once competed for that 4A championship in 2018. The squad I've got my eyes on is Linganore. I had an opportunity to speak with Coach Connor. Coach Connor says that this year's team can compete. They have an excellent offensive line led by Tyler Willett as well as Cannon, and they've got a quarterback by the name of Timmy Connor who is definitely going to do big things and lead Linganore back. I know that Damascus ran over them in 2019, but this year I believe that Linganore is going to be up to the challenge.
What's up, Chad? What's up, Joe? This is my show now, and you're watching Hi-Def High School with Janelle.
That felt good. That was a good
If you've got arms, legs, a back, if you've got a body, period, you're going to need quality care. And the team at Quality Chiropractic treat you like family, and they heal people.
I love being here at Dr. D'Amato, the girls in the front desk. They make you feel like family when you come in every time.
Healing whole people, not just backs. Quality Chiropractic is here for you. Call now and book your appointment. Quality Chiropractic, adjusting the quality of your life.
That was her last text. Injured? Call me. I'm Paul. 301-5 million.
Some people serve meals at homeless shelters. Others organize food or clothing drives for people less fortunate than themselves.
There are a group of young ladies who play soccer at Georgetown Visitation. Beyond excelling in the classroom, Joe, these young ladies raised over $500,000 to help save lives.
A lot has been given to them, and a lot is expected from them.
Coach Carey Burke leads perhaps the best young women's high school soccer team in the Washington area. Her expectations are high.
So I wanted our goal to be like $250,000.
Caden Coons-Perdikas, one of her most influential players, absorbs those high expectations.
Hayden was the anchor. Like, Hayden kept us all together. Even sometimes I would lose motivation, but she would send a text with 10 exclamation points.
Maya Medley and her teammates were encouraged to rise up to meet the challenges of their teammate and young leader Caden.
It was truly a team of 21 powerful young women all devoted to this cause.
The group of young ladies entered a competition to raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, or LLS, Student of the Year competition. One by one, her teammates were impacted in their circles of life and in the stories they encountered through the program.
I was terrified. I actually went to soccer practice the day I found out. People that I haven't met, even people that I will never meet, and knowing that we're all human and the pain that people go through.
In a year where nothing was normal.
Throughout COVID, I saw how much need there was and how much people were desperate for anything, for any glimmer of hope.
This past 1.5 years, ever since COVID started, I've personally really felt helpless. We got into lockdown, you're in your house, just sitting in your room, what can I do?
The ladies raised over $500,000.
People have been and will be helped because of what they've done directly.
That's honestly the best feeling I could ever imagine. Just knowing that I can make a difference in someone's lives. I'm just a 16-year-old girl. Just knowing that I can make a difference in someone I don't even know, a community that I don't even know, is just extraordinary. And that I'm really about to start crying.
It's $600,000. That means I saved a life, 100% guaranteed. That means someone is alive because of what we did. And I don't think you can put a price on that.
Absolutely fantastic young ladies. Those girls, they're impressive both on the pitch as well as off.
And a powerful group of young women who are a delight to be around, but kind of dangerous. As I was hanging around the goal during shooting practice, they've got some snipers on that team.
Definitely want to give a shout out to Coach Burke, that entire Georgetown Visitation squad. Joe Ball, they're going to be in competition for that IAC championship as well as the DCSAA state crown.
No doubt. We ran into Caleb Wheatland tonight enjoying the Centerville-Herndon game. We got a chance to visit and ask why, when he was already committed to the University of Maryland, would he transfer as a senior away from Westfield?
Westfield has a great thing going on for them. I just thought that it was time for me to leave and that I needed to make a change for to better my future.
Okay.
Ball carried by number 5, Gabriel Shanks.
What's the biggest difference over there? What do you
Tackled by number 35.
It's very different. It's more like a small school, so we don't have that many players on our team, but we get things, figure out how we're going to do things, and
gain of 3 on the
it's
play,
just really big difference about how things are run. Great coaches at Avalon. They help every player out with colleges and everything, so it's still a great program.
I did talk to Coach Kyle Simmons about it, and he said, "Yeah, we left on good terms." What did he say to you when you let him know that you plan on heading out?
He told me that he wished the best for me. He wished the best for me for in college and everything, and that they hope everything goes well.
Shanks with the carry.
Okay, the $58,000 question is, where is McCall this year? What's going on with him?
I don't know. I hope everything's going all right with him. Hope that he can still play football this year so he can go and play football at the next level because he's a very good player.
That felt good. That was a good
If you've got arms, legs, a back, if you've got a body, period, you're going to need quality care. And the team at Quality Chiropractic treat you like family, and they heal people.
I love being here at Dr. D'Amato, the girls in the front desk. They make you feel like family when you come in every time.
Healing whole people, not just backs. Quality Chiropractic is here for you. Call now and book your appointment. Quality Chiropractic, adjusting the quality of your life.
A great man once said, "Knowledge is power." So I want to give it to you. I'm attorney Paul Samico, and I've written a book that you and your family need to have. What to do before and then if an auto accident happens. So you'll be protected and so you don't end up on the short end of the stick. Go to accidentlawbook.com and download it instantly for free. That's accidentlawbook.com. And yes, if you need to talk, ask questions, and certainly if you need me or one of my attorneys will answer the phone. That's right, an attorney answers the phone when you call. I'm attorney Paul Samico and my team can help. Call one of my 5 million numbers and an attorney will answer. Your case probably isn't worth 5 million, by the way, but phone numbers are easy to remember.
We talked a little bit about provocative conversation. We want to stoke some rivalries. We want to stir some things up. We want you to interact with us on social media. We want you to interact with us here. It's time for our grill crew. Chad entertained our grill crew at Coach's Corner Bar and Grill in Purcellville, Virginia this week.
Joining me here today, I got my main man, Coach Kirk Peterson of Flint Hill School. Congratulations on that head coaching job, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. My main man, Andre Jones, out there at Briar Woods representing. Big game this week. Congratulations. And Coach Savage of at the Coach Savage. All of you all know him very well. Gentlemen, I brought you all here to have provocative conversation, and when I think about that, I don't know any more provocative conversation than that of reclassification. There are those that are highly in favor of reclassification. They say that they do wonders for student athletes, and there are others that think that reclassification, let's lay it all out there on the line, is a form of cheating and unfair advantage. What do we think of reclassification?
Cheating, you ain't trying. What do they say? You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. No, I mean, I think that for my kids, you know, some kids are young, maybe a little bit undeveloped, and they take that year for educational purposes, body purposes, and at the end of the day, now with the likeness, it's become a business. So we're running the business now, you know. So the earlier kids understand that. In their position with age, roster spots, scholarships. It's a lot of things that come into play with this reclassment.
Savage. For every individual that says that right there, there's another one that says, I don't want my 15-year-old playing against a 19-year-old later on in high school. Coaches. Wait, we got two high school head coaches right there. So they got parents that are saying these things, fellas.
Absolutely. Someone who's coached at the public school and now at the private school, reclassification is a positive. The pros far outweigh the cons for one simple reason: maturity. It's known. It's scientifically driven. You know, our males, young men, mature at a slower rate than the female students. When you talk about sending a young man off to college, whether athletics is involved or not, the decisions that they're going to be forced with, they're going to make much better decisions a year older than a year younger.
Coach?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is, you know, the JUCO life, the prep life, it's not for everybody, you know, and you're not ready to go and live that life and not get a shot to play college football. Sometimes that reclassification really gives you that extra chance to mature and get stronger. And for a lot of these kids, it's the classroom, and that's what we don't talk about a lot. I mean, some of these folks just don't sit with their counselors and know they're not even eligible to play Division I football. They haven't taken the classes they've needed. Now they're rushing through summer school. So, you know, I think there are some gamesmanship with it. I do think some folks do it to kind of work around and get that extra year, but you know, to Coach Peterson's point, I think it's a positive overall for some of these kids just to get that extra year and be ready.
So we'll have a little bit more of the grill crew coming up later on in the show, but you can go online anytime and check out an extended version of this conversation at hidefhighschool.com. We'll be right back.
That felt good. That was a good
If
one.
you've got arms, legs, a back, if you've got a body, period, you're going to need quality care. And the team at Quality Chiropractic treat you like family, and they heal people.
I love being here at Dr. D'Amato, the girls in the front desk. They make you feel like family when you come in every time.
Healing whole people, not just backs. Quality Chiropractic is here for you. Call now and book your appointment. Quality Chiropractic, adjusting the quality of your life.
A great man once said, knowledge is power. So I want to give it to you. I'm attorney Paul Samico, and I've written a book that you and your family need to have. What to do before and then if an auto accident happens. So you'll be protected and so you don't end up on the short end of the stick. Go to accidentlawbook.com and download it instantly for free. That's accidentlawbook.com. And yes, if you need to talk, ask questions, and certainly if you need me or one of my attorneys will answer the phone. That's right, an attorney answers the phone when you call. I'm attorney Paul Samico, and my team can help. Call one of my 5 million numbers and an attorney will answer. Your case probably isn't worth $5 million, by the way, but phone numbers are easy to remember.
Okay, now it's time to take a look to next week's big games. In Northern Virginia, Lake Braddock is playing Madison. That one is going to definitely have playoff potential for both of their conferences. Both of those teams need a win in that game to set the course for the rest of the season. Over in Maryland, a huge game. North Point is going into Upper Marlboro to take on the Wise Pumas.
Championship coach DeLon Parrish, offensive coordinator Steve Rapp, they're going to have this squad ready. Jaden Saray is going to put on an MVP campaign all the season long.
Okay, huge game there, but the game of the week is actually the Damascus Hornets are headed down to Northwest.
Cannot get a better first game of the week than this one. We spoke about Damascus earlier in the program. Coach Klotz is going to take his squad into a raucous atmosphere against the Northwest Jags. Joe Ball, Damascus knocked off Northwest during the spring, so Northwest is going to be looking for a little revenge.
Well, I like to put you on the spot. I love seeing the fact that Coach Klotz is going to put his mark on this team, but who's going to win?
If you put me on the spot here, Joe Ball, and this is very difficult to do because I believe in this Northwest squad. I believe Coach Hawkins is going to get them right. But week one, Coach Klotz, Damascus walks into Northwest in Germantown, and they walk away with a victory.
Wow, that's a big prediction. It's bold.
I'm going to hear it from the Northwest fans when I'm there, but Joe Ball, I'm ready for it. And Joe Ball, when we speak about big games in the DMV, it doesn't get much bigger than our preseason #1 Gonzaga traveling up to McDonough to take on the Eagles.
7 Power 5 players on the roster at McDonough this year. That's a huge game, led by Dennis Sutton.
One of the things I'm looking forward in that matchup is seeing Sutton go head-to-head with this powerhouse Gonzaga offensive line. They're very good. They got JoJo Hammond running behind that line, and Carson Pettitbone is turning a ton of hands at quarterback. Gonzaga-McDonough. It's going to be McDonough's first game playing at home in well over a year, so that crowd is going to be lit.
And we like to kind of put Chad on the spot. Who's going to win that game?
If you ask me who wins that game, Joe Ball, I'm leaning towards McDonough, especially since they're playing at home and they've got all of that energy. You're right, Joe Ball. If it's a 50-50 game, I'm going with Coach T and Gonzaga. They go on the road and knock off McDonough. Put your money on Coach T and Gonzaga.
One of the teams we did not get a chance to preview last week because we pretty much ran out of time is a dominant team in Northern Virginia for at least the last 25 years, the Lake Braddock Bruins. Coach Doherty's got some great things going on there. They are led by a young quarterback, Daniel Lipovsky, and he is a stud. It was great to see him last night to see whether he was going to get that confidence or not. We mentioned earlier they are without Elliott Mine. He is truly a power player, and his devotion to that team being there every single day, even though he won't play a down this year until his knee heals in the offseason. But Dylan Corey, also a big contributor. He had a couple of touchdowns in their game tonight against Hayfield. We spoke a little bit last week about transfers and how they're impacting one Northern Virginia team more than any other right now, the Westfield Bulldogs. Westfield is playing right now as we speak. Their game against Unity Reed was rescheduled from last night to this morning at 11 a.m. But when you talk about great football programs, and those who will be playing on that last week of the season in December for a state title,
Westfield has been and will be in that conversation. As long as Coach Simmons is there, I don't see them not being in the conversation of making a playoff push, being in the conversation for a region title, and being in the conversation for a state title.
We've got a few holes to fill, but we're moving pieces around, and we had a black and gold scrimmage on Saturday, which gave us a lot of good film and evaluation.
Westfield head football coach Kyle Simmons has always got some big, fast, talented players.
There were about 10 kids that I ID'd as being pleasant surprises, so I'm very encouraged by the guys we got out here and the progress we're making. We still have a long, long ways to go, but one thing I feel like we've been good at here at Westfield is getting better as the season goes along.
At quarterback, they're considering starting sophomore Matthew Jenks.
As a freshman, we decided him to move him up to be with us to play on what our JV, we call it developmental team. Because we saw that he was talented and we knew that he was probably going to be, or we wanted to evaluate whether he was going to be the next guy.
Simmons told me something about Jenks that he told me 2 years ago about superstar Michigan State quarterback Noah Kim, who took his Bulldogs to a state championship in his sophomore year.
This team will go on his back for sure if he plays the way he's capable of playing. between his ability to throw the ball and our run game, we'll be in good shape offensively.
Owen Thomas will play both inside and outside on that defensive front.
He's been shown for us offensively, we can't handle him right now. He's that good. He's given us fits on offensively, so I would expect he's going to do the same once we get into real game situations.
Harrison St. Germain is a Power 5 tight end who stands 6'4", 245, and comes from a family of Westfield Bulldogs and scholarship athletes.
We're looking for him to dominate on the edge as a tight end. We're looking for him to be able to contribute in the pass game.
Westfield is a weight room team. Coach Simmons likes for them to spend time in there all year long. He said that is something they desperately missed in the springtime, and it showed. And this was the first year that Westfield has lost 3 games that I can remember. In other action last night, Centerville handled Herndon easily, and Coach Shields was all over his guys, still coaching hard when they were up by more than 4 touchdowns. Third quarter action here. Isaiah Ragland takes this ball, and he's off the left side, bobbing and weaving his way through the Herndon defense to the tune of 89 yards. Centerville rolls over Herndon tonight easily. And in Manassas Park, Osborne came in and really just outmatched Manassas Park, but Coach Randy Starks, who was formerly a coordinator for the Cougars and had a stint in the NFL, he decided he wanted to come in and build that team. They are a 3A school competing against a 5A team tonight. They only have 34 players on their roster right now, but I believe Randy Starks is doing great things with those young men, and they will figure out a way to put something together with that program over the next couple of years. All right, we will be right back. Stay right there. You're watching Hi-Def High School.
That felt good. That was a good
If
one.
you've got arms, legs, a back, if you've got a body, period, you're going to need quality care. And the team at Quality Chiropractic treat you like family, and they heal people.
I love being here at Dr. D'Amato, the girls in the front desk. They make you feel like family when you come in every time.
Healing whole people, not just backs. Quality Chiropractic is here for you. Call now and book your appointment. Quality Chiropractic, adjusting the quality of your life.
All right, that's about all the time we have. We want you to follow us on social media at RealChadRicardo and at JoeBall777. And we want to give a shout out. Make sure you're watching next Friday night with 7 News on your sideline with Scott Abraham and Olivia Garvey as they give you a lot of action from Friday night. And then join us back here next week. We're out of here for Hi-Def High School. For Chad Ricardo, I'm Joe Ball. We'll see you then.